Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. Today we're going back over to the mighty Mikkeller, and this is Beer Geek Fudgsicle Imperial Oatmeal Stout brewed with cacao and vanilla. I can't for the life of me focus into what the ABV of this is, but it's over 10%. Doesn't really matter, who's counting anyway. Yeah, look at the artwork on this. Proper like 70s old school artwork, like a high school out of date textbook. Yeah, with the Cooper-esque font. Keith Shaw's wonderful iconic artwork. Beautiful colour scheme. Just a really nicely presented can with some nice artwork on the back as well. Big fan of not only Mikkeller, but also the Beer Geek series. What a range of Imperial Stouts they are. Had some wonderful ones over the years, especially when I was part of Mikkeller's Beer Club. But of course, Brexit completely fucking destroyed that. And not only that, but we very rarely seem to get a good range of beers from Mikkeller here in the UK. You can find them, obviously, and especially if you go to some of the, like the Mikkeller bars and pubs here in the UK. Even I think I think there's two and they're both in London. Then you're going to be able to find some stuff in the fridges. I picked this up from Mikkeller Paris. Cute little spot. Really nice, chill. Great vibe in a nice little suburb as well. Just a great atmosphere. Paris was just... Well, I've gone into great lengths about Paris. God, it was just over a month now since I was there, and I'm missing it. I'm really missing it. Still having those post-trip blues. But anyway, we've got a nice Imperial Stout. I've got Kent Beer Reviews, Jayco Beer and Hopzine doing their Oktoberfest stream. It was initially going to be on Hopzine's channel, but I think StreamYard have changed, or I don't know. There's been a bit of a fuss. I'm out of the loop with it. I've not done a live stream for ages. So it's gone over to Craig's channel, Kent Beer Reviews. So I've got them on mute while I have a look at this beer. I think I have reviewed a version, or maybe a couple of times, the Beer Geek Fudgsicle over the last few years. But when I saw it in the fridge with a triple IPA, I thought, I'm taking them home with me. And very glad that I did. Survive the trip perfectly, although it's only a short flight between France and England. Definitely putting Copenhagen on my list for a little long weekend at some point. But my God, look at that. Lovely stuff. I had actually intended to lift out an Azvex Imperial Stout, but when I got myself comfy, got the camera ready, and then I realised that I had a Mikkeller beer, I was like, I'm not going to worry too much. It's going to be really nice. Hopefully, anyway. But yeah, when was the last Beer Geek beer that I had? I think that was when we were driving back from the Newcastle Piss Up, and we went to, I can't remember the name of the shop now, but it's closed, unfortunately. Or they're not doing the craft beer anymore. And I think that was just like the Beer Geek breakfast. Just like the, just Beer Geek breakfast. Nothing, no additional ingredients. And that was really good. I've got quite a lot of Mikkeller beers on the channel. I miss being able to buy them. I do miss them being primarily in bottles as well, because the labels on the bottles, perfect size, Keith Shaw artwork. I've still got them all. I'm trying to figure out a good way to display them. So I'm thinking getting a big picture frame and then just cutting card to size to fit the backing, and then just making just a very simple panel of all the Mikkeller beer labels. But anyway, I've been wanting to do that for like 2 years now, and I've just not got round to it. Anyway, and I've just seen Mersey Beers putting a comment that he likes the concept of Kill Tony, but he finds Tony Hinchcliffe annoying. That's a real shame, Adam. It really, really is. Anyway, beer in the glass looks absolutely fantastic. Imperial Stouts always look good in this glass, because A, it's a Teku, and B, with the gold, sort of like rose gold Azvex logo, it just really pops. Not under this shoddy lighting, which makes the camera quality look like it's, you know, something from, you know, the early days of YouTube, but it's what we've got to deal with. I couldn't be bothered bringing the bathroom mirror in, which doubles up as a ring light. You know what I'm like when it comes to not putting any effort at all in the channel. Do sincerely appreciate you joining me. And I've got some dairy milk buttons, chocolate orange, to enjoy post-review while I watch this. And also there's just a random bag of sweet and salty popcorn next to my bed, because I snack before I go to bed, which would explain these, and the mass of flesh and fat that hangs over my crotch. Anyway, looks really, really nice. Let's see what we get on the nose after he's just splashed it on his pants. Oh. Yeah, that's like pure cacao and vanilla. Like, as if you've got them lined up to, like, preparing yourself for baking. Oh, that smells wonderful. A little bit of chocolate. Oh, so it's cacao. The roasted stout aroma is trying to come through, but it's actually quite in your face with its vanilla, I would say. Yeah, like a vanilla yogurt almost. That smells so good though. There's like this slight dessert liqueur character to it. I can't pick a specific one. Almost like a coffee liqueur, I would say. Oh man, that smells wonderful. Let's see what we get on the taste. Cheers. Just choked on thin air. That is syrupy, man. I've not had this for a number of years, but I'm getting slight traces of a McDonald's vanilla milkshake, or like a vanilla milkshake. I don't really drink milkshake at all. And I haven't had a milkshake from McDonald's for a good number of years, but my go-to is usually the chocolate milkshake. Sometimes you have the chocolate milkshake though, and there's just no flavour to it. But when it hits hard. And even like McDonald's iced coffee is really, really nice. To me, this is predominantly vanilla. You get the bitterness of chocolate on the back end, obviously, And that's also coming from the roasted malts in there as well. It's interesting. I love the texture. It's like proper, almost like fortified wine, velvetiness. The ABV is just ridiculously masked. I'm not even getting like so much as a warmth as it's going down. Or, you know, sometimes that booziness can linger on the breath. Nothing like that at all. I'm not sure what a fudgsicle actually is. Obviously, fudgsicle, it's on a stick, isn't it? Now, is it all mixed in and solid, or is it like something, like, is it ice cream that's then got a layer of chocolate over it? I don't know. I don't know. I am getting, right, 90s council house chalk ice vibes with this. Yeah, proper reminds me of visiting my granddad. And he'd always have like stuff like chalk ices in the freezer. You know, that like rarely cheap, low quality yet satisfying chocolate that's on a cheap chalk ice. So in that way, to me, it's working. In terms of it, yeah, in a conceptual sort of sense. Although I've not had a beer geek beer for a long time. And I think because, you know, I've drank so many beers since then, and brewing's just always constantly evolving. It's all right. It's not blowing me away by any stretch. It's not bad. It's not boring. It's not anything like that. But I know that I've had much more flavoursome beer geek beers from Mikkeller. But yeah, to me, it's predominantly about the vanilla. And I like it. The body on this is just absolutely mental. Carbonation is... You're not really getting much at all. It's just like velvety, oily, fortified wine. And it's as if you're getting the syrup, like as if like fruit's being added, and you know you sort of get like that syrupy thing of fruits when they've been added to something, like because it's being extracted from the actual fruit itself. But it's not fruity, don't get me wrong. It's chocolatey, it's vanilla. It's drinking like a dream. But I know that I've had much more exciting beers in this series from Mikkeller. A little bit of bitterness is coming through on the back end now. But yeah, it's lovely. It really, really is, and I'm drinking it way too fast. Is it taking me back, you know, to those days where Mikkeller was almost like a common thing for me? you know, you pay that little bit extra. You get some really interesting Mikkeller beers. You got some really big bottles. And then, you know, from the Mikkeller Beer Club, I got to try, you know, a lot of Vale beers. I got to try, you know, Heady Topper, Focal Banger from The Alchemist. I miss that, man. I really, really do. And then you got, like, the merch every now and then. Of course, I think I've only got one of the glasses left. Because the small... Like, one of my favourite glasses was this small Teku that managed to make the trip, right, from Copenhagen to my house. But once it's in my house, that's when the glass's life is in jeopardy. Although, was it one that I smashed or did someone else smash it? I think I was cleaning my glasses. Yeah, I know how I smashed it now. I was cleaning my glasses and I had them sort of like stacked so they could like, what's the word? You know when you've done your washing up and then you'd let it dry. So they were stood there. Knocked one of the glasses that was drying, and in the container that was not full of glasses, just enough so you could manoeuvre around and clean them because I was responsible in that way, that glass had to land exactly on my favourite Mikkeller glass, and it fucking smashed it. I've put myself in a bad mood now. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've had this or any of the other Beer Geek beers, not just necessarily from Mikkeller, but like Mikkeller, I don't think Mikkeller New York exists. Or is it San Diego that doesn't exist now? But yeah, I'm just very, very happy to be drinking Mikkeller beer. Anyway, if you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. It's not my favourite from the continual series, but it's still very, very nice. And I think it's... Oh, will it pair nicely with Cadbury's Dairy Milk Buttons Orange? Hashtag clueless eats. Chocolate orange is the best. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, I know it's macro as fuck, and there's probably child exploitation. And it's not like pure chocolate. They throw so many ingredients into it. But I like it, and I don't eat chocolate that often. So, let's see how this goes. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. Wow, that really works. It turns it into a chocolate orange matchstick imperial stout. And it doesn't affect the body or the flavour of the beer in a negative way. Yes, I'm happy now. I was happy anyway because it's a really good beer, but yeah. That's a lovely, lovely combination. Anyway, thank you for watching. You all take care, stay safe. And, oh, look at that chin. Bye.